Do you ever feel like you're not living to your fullest potential or life feeling turbulent, rocky, or something's missing? This could be because beliefs that's keeping you stuck and not allowing you to live to your fullest potential. Most of us carry these beliefs, and many times we don't even notice them. Today, let's start identifying these beliefs that's holding us back. Welcome back. This is series 2 of the 8-part New Year, New You series. We're going to be getting into the self-awareness exploration and inner work practices to become aligned with your authentic self so you can maximize your potential and create a fulfilling, harmonious, and joyful year. As mentioned, many of us carry beliefs that keep us stuck and limits us from living our full potential. Maybe some of you already resonate with this message and feel like you're not living to your fullest potential. And then maybe some of you are listening to this and wondering, am I living to my fullest potential? How would I know if I'm not living to my fullest potential? Here are some signs that you may not be living to your fullest potential. First off, the most obvious is that you feel like you're not living to your fullest potential and that you actually feel like something is holding you back, but you can't really figure out what is holding you back. You may feel like you're always chasing something or you're always trying to achieve something. You don't feel complete. You feel like there's a lot of chaos, drama, and turbulence in your life. You may also feel like you have a lot of emotional stress, pain, and suffering. There may be lack of contentment, peace, and harmony in your life. Where do these limited beliefs that hold us back come from? Conditioned beliefs, life experiences, and what we were taught or told are some common ways that these beliefs are created. Conditioned beliefs are internalized patterns from repeated experiences. It could be from social influence or peers, or trauma or fear-based experiences. For example, if your parents often criticize the way you behave, the way you look, or what you say, you might grow up believing, I'm not good enough, or I have to be perfect to be accepted. Life experiences are specific events that shape our perception, such as successes, failures, or challenges. For example, if you tried something new, such as starting a new business or speaking in front of hundreds of people, and it didn't go well and you were left with a negative feeling, like feeling shame or embarrassment, you might start believing, I'm not capable or I always fail. What we were taught or told often comes from cultural, parental, or societal messaging, such as from media, culture, or advice from authority figures. For example, if you were taught money is the root of all evil, or that you should always put other people first, you might believe these ideas to be the truth. Let's go over some common limiting beliefs and see if any of them sound familiar to you. Common limiting belief number 1, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve success. A belief that you're inherently inadequate, unworthy of love, success, or happiness. Common limiting belief number 2, I must please others or put others first. This belief means that your needs don't matter and you must sacrifice to be valued. Common limiting belief number 3, I'm not capable or I will fail. This is a fear-based belief that you can't achieve goals or handle challenges. Common limiting beliefs number 4, change is risky or I can't handle it. This belief is that trying something new will lead to failure or pain, so better to stay safe. Common limiting beliefs number 5, I need external validation or I need to be perfect. This belief means that happiness or self-worth comes from approval or flawless performance. Did any of these sound familiar to you? Typically, most people resonate to one or even all of them. If they didn't sound familiar to you or you need more clarity, that's okay because we're going to do a practice to help us identify some of our limiting beliefs. But before we do that, let's go over how to tell the difference between a belief and a fact. Believe it or not, it's quite common to not be able to tell the difference between a belief and a fact. The reason being our ego, the unconscious mind, our false identity loves to hold on to these limited beliefs and make them the truth. That is why we're going to go over how to identify beliefs versus the facts and then go into some exercises. Facts are objective, verifiable, and observable. They are also true regardless of opinion or perspective. Example would be, the sky is blue, or I earned a promotion last year. Beliefs are subjective interpretations or assumptions. They can be influenced by past experiences, conditioning, or fear. Often starts with I should, I can't, or I must. Example would be I'm not good enough to be promoted, or people won't like me if I say no. Here are additional examples of facts and beliefs. Fact, I received constructive feedback from my manager today. Belief, I'm failing at my job. I'm not good enough to succeed. Fact, my friend didn't respond to my text immediately. Belief, they must not like me or I've done something wrong. The key point is a belief adds interpretation, judgment, or assumption to a fact, often tied to fear, self-worth, or expectation. Now that you know how to identify a belief versus a fact, let's now move into some exercises to help us identify our limiting beliefs. First, get a piece of paper and pen. Next, draw a line in the middle and create 2 columns. On the top left column, write beliefs. And on the top right column, write facts. Start recalling recent situations where you may have felt triggered, emotionally activated, felt extremely emotional, a distinct negative feeling, confused or indecisive about a situation. Replay those moments in your mind and see if you can remember exactly what was happening, your thoughts, and how you felt, including your physical sensations. Identify the core emotion from that moment and a belief that may have made you feel that way. Then write down those beliefs in the left column. For example, you may have gotten upset recently due to a fight you had with someone close to you. The reason for the fight was that they forgot to call you back even though you told them you had something important to share. As you recall the moments, you may remember you may have felt angry or frustrated because they forgot about you even though you communicated that this is important. The thought of being forgotten may have triggered the belief of I'm not worthy or I'm not of value. Once you're done writing down the beliefs from one or more recent events, next to each belief that you wrote down, in the right column, write a perspective that would be a fact. In the earlier example, a fact could be that they got tied up and they weren't able to call you back. Another fact could be that they forgot to call you back and that has nothing to do with your value or worth. After you finish this exercise, I would like to challenge you to choose one limiting belief that you will commit to releasing as of today. Limiting beliefs can be deeply ingrained and they can be challenging to recognize and release. That is why choose one to start releasing from today. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into how to release these beliefs so you could create inner peace and live to your full potential. I have a question for you. What is one belief you realize that might be holding you back? Share it in the comments because acknowledging it is the first step toward releasing yourself from these limiting beliefs. If you found this video helpful, it would be so meaningful if you could like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for being on your inner work journey. Hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Sending you love and light. See you in the next video. Bye.